You may recall the Texas Department of Transportation recently released its list of the top 25 toll violators, people allegedly treating these pay roads as any other public freeway. But KXAN has found cases where someone sold their car, then months later started getting toll bills from someone else's travels.
It could cost you plenty down the road if you don't take action. And toll agencies tell us it's not unusual to get complaints from former vehicle owners long after a private sale. KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell met an elderly couple getting stuck with hundreds of dollars in toll bills months after selling their car. That is, until KXAN stepped in to help.
This assisted living center in Bastrop is home.
Let's go this way.
For 89-year-old Jean West and her 90-year-old husband Warren McCullough.
Oh, such a fine baby dog.
It's a place where the pace of life is about as fast as Warren's scooter and Jean's walker can go.
It's very restful out here.
After moving here last April with the help of their granddaughter, this couple sold the car they no longer needed, this 2005 Buick. When the car sold last November, license plates went with it on the assumption the new owner would swap them out once the title transferred. But before long, Jean and Warren started receiving toll bills in the mail.
I thought, well, they haven't had the title on the car changed, and I just sent them a little check of $4.35. Well, no big deal.
But as the weeks turned into months, the bills kept coming, along with violation notices from two separate toll agencies. Jean stopped paying.
I didn't feel like I was being imposed on until it started doubling up and coming three at a time.
Finally, after complaining to the toll agencies, Jean and her family members got word they didn't submit this vehicle transfer notification to the Department of Motor Vehicles. They did that in April, a full 6 months after the sale of the car. And still, the new owner didn't make any title change. The total cost for tolls, fines, and administrative fees billed to Warren and Jean reached nearly $250.
I think they took advantage of the situation. They figured that old couple don't know any better. We'll just ride this as long as we can.
In September, we tracked down the buyer. This is Sheila Soul, who told us she bought the car for her adult son. She admits the Buick's title hadn't been changed within 30 days as the law requires, and she says those outstanding charges are her and her son's responsibility, and she'd pay them. But weeks later, still nothing.
Hi, Miss Doll.
So we caught up with her.
Robert Maxwell, KXAN. How you doing?
Outside her home.
Can I ask you a couple of quick questions about these toll bills I have?
You can speak to my attorney.
Ma'am, can't I ask you about these toll bills? Who's responsible for them?
And once again, Sheila Soul never got back to us or gave us her attorney's information.
Is she a little upset? I've been a little upset, too.
Sheila Soul did eventually transfer the Buick's title, only when the old registration expired. But all those charges didn't transfer, so nearly 1 year after the car sold,
File text dot.
we stepped in and explained the situation to the toll agencies.
What would you like for me to tell you?
The very next day, after proving the car was sold, the toll companies agreed. Jean and Warren's outstanding balances would be transferred to Sheila Soul. Well, hopefully we've turned a corner here.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you all have done.
We were happy to help, and bottom line here, the state recommends whenever you sell your vehicle privately, make sure that you remove anything that can identify you with the vehicle, your license plate, your toll tag, even that personal info you might have jotted down in the maintenance manual. And if you don't, you could be liable for any toll fees, violation notices, parking citations, and moving violations even. Robert, listen.
And the state also recommends you file the vehicle transfer notice just as soon as you sell your car.
Right, simple one-page document. We pulled it offline, and we've actually put a link on our story on KXAN.com, so to make it easy for you to find that. But yes, as soon as you make this vehicle transaction, you're actually recommended by the DMV to go with the buyer to the tax office to help them change that title. So it just ensures things will stay smooth down the roads. They say you simply can't be too cautious.
That's for sure.
All right.
Thank you, Robert. We checked with the DMV, and hundreds of thousands of delinquent vehicle title transfers from individual and car dealer sales in the last fiscal year. Right now, with this story on our website at KXAN.com, we've included those numbers and the total penalties paid to the state, along with more information on how to protect yourself when selling your car.